This is Heuchera Black Knight. And then next to it is Sweet Woodruff, which has a little white flower they use in May wine. And then this is a Euphorbia. It's a low-growing one. I had to put that in because I just put up the gates. And then you painted fern, an ostrich fern. This is the difficult part because it doesn't get much water, and it's also it gets the evening sun, which is what we've got now. Another Heuchera. And then this is a native Adiantum, native fern. You can see in the woods if you're lucky. And this is another fern that was given to me by my neighbour Deb, which is really nice. And Epimedium, which has got the heart-shaped leaves, plus purple flowers. And then this is a variegated Solomon seal, which is rather fun. And then over here is Epimedium, and then two different kinds of hellebore or Christmas rose. So this area, really nothing. It was just old, the ubiquitous green hosta, and I dug them out and added different things, and they've done quite well. And on this side, this is the only side that really got any sun. So I got some herbs here. That's rue, and then this is regular sage, and it flowers. If it keeps through 1 year, the next year's growth, you get flower on it. This has a lovely scent. It flowers in the fall and is blue. And then we've got lavender coming, and the chives are going over. And this is the threadneedle coreopsis. Has a little yellow starlight flower. And this is gold basket. It's a cress, and it does very well. And of course this is lamb's ears. And then this is a creeping speedwell, which has really has a nice blue flower early in the spring. And the poppies I'm just going over. That's probably the nicest one back there as far as colour is concerned. And then this is Salvia Friesland, which is the nice purple, and the red and purple go well together. So it's rather nice that they flowered together. And this is a full flowering anemone japonica. And then this is your Stella d'Oro daylily, producing buds. So hopefully that will have some colour. And one of my favourite old-fashioned flowers, this is a hollyhock, and as you can see they're just beginning to start coming to grow. As you come through the gate from the garage, you look towards the house, and the wisteria is still in flower, and next to it is a yellow rose called Golden Showers, and next to it is another climber which isn't flowering yet, and then there's a red pillar, and then on the corner is one that's taking the roof off, and that has a nice pink flower. There's one just opened up today. And I've got what I call horse troughs all the way around that I've planted things in, and the ones running along the fence as well. And they've got sweet potato vine, and then for accent lobelia and a few other annuals. These I got put in about 4 years ago, and that clematis is 3 years old. The other 3 are only a year old. And the very bright red dianthus that are sort of almost blind you, those actually are 3 years old. They've overwintered 2 winters. So I'm kind of pleased about that. This is one of my favorite plants. It's a penstemon. It's called Husker's Red, and it has a nice white flower when it opens up. And then there's the white clematis. I think that's Arc de Triomphe, but I'm not sure. And then there's another one here which I don't remember the name of. And the Siberian iris, just starting to flower. When I first came here in '91, I got these arborvitae and put them in, and they've formed a very nice background screening off where the car's parked. And this is about 6 years old. This is the Ruscatinus, the smoke bush. And it's very nice when you look at a distance, the colour of this in relation to the green arborvitae. Underneath here are, believe it or not, just the ordinary, name escapes me now, has a red flower, pink flower in the fall, Seaton spectabile. And then I've got some daylilies, but they look as though they're getting a bit shaded out. And some lily have just come in. And then this is the old-fashioned white rose. No scent to it, but she suddenly decided to flower this year. And in honor of the grandchildren that are coming in 2 weeks, I put some marigolds in, just to give a little bit of colour. And then this is another penstemon, which is rather nice, a sort of purpley colour. And then for later colour, we've got phlox and fall asters. The camera can't smell this, but you can. A real old-fashioned rose smell. So it's not a very nice form. They call it a cabbage rose, but the scent is lovely. And this is a native. This is Sweet Rocket, which is rather fun, with more of the aster behind. And then this is another red. The roses have been in about 14 years. And then this is a native. This is your Baptisia australis. And then we've got the ordinary, somewhat weedy moon daisy, but it's kind of fun because it flowers with that other. And then this is a Russian sage. Has a nice blue feathery flower later on. And then we have a yellow rose coming here. And then I've planted a few more different perennials. Over here is a double hibiscus and your forsythia. And I went and saw somebody today and they gave me a mock Philadelphus, a mock orange. So I'm not sure that will survive, but I'm hoping it will because I don't have one of those. Then I got the garden fenced in the grandchildren's honour, and at the back here put a number of shade-loving plants that I had divided from the ones by the garage, and that's what this little area, this is an experiment, we'll see if it will survive or not. Oh, I don't know if it has a scent or not. Oh, a little. It has a little scent. This is the pink rambler, and as you can see, she's rambling. She's gone way up to the wire up the top. There's a bit of a scent to it. It's the first time I've... Yeah, slight. First time she's really flowered, so this is it's going to be kind of exciting. As you can see, there's a lot of buds on it. And then here, again, is a different view. Looking, if you come behind me and look across, you get the three colours. You get the dark red and then the yellow, and then behind is the wisteria, which is just beginning to go over now. That came from Little Old Lady in Chicago, which I planted that in the conservatory garden, and when they redid the conservatory garden they didn't want it, and I dug it up and rescued it, and it's doing quite well. So I'm pleased about that because it's kind of unusual. Thank you very much for listening to my horticultural tour. Basically, we'll go up onto the veranda to get an idea of the height. And then I've got an autumn flowering clematis, the white one, and she's not flowering yet, of course. And then various things in these little troughs, some nasturtium, hot marigolds, and the wild petunia, and a few other little things. But this is rather nice because you get a sort of bird's eye view of the garden from up here. And from right here you can see how important it is to plant things so that they enhance what's around them. And the example would be your green arborvitae, your purple smoke bush, Catinus cochlea, and then of course the white rose next to that. So that in itself is a nice little painting that took across from the garage behind, which one day I think they'll probably fix. Last year across the street we lost 3 big elm trees, and 2 years prior to that we lost the big elm tree that was here. This all used to be dense shade. So all of this has been planted within the last 3 to 4 years, and I'm rather pleased with the way it's working out. The purple bush at the back is, believe it or not, elderberry, and it has a nice pink foamy flower. The state is, it's just the beginning of June. Last year it didn't really flower. And then I've got hydrangea, Annabelle, coming on. That will give me colour later on. And then this creeping dead nettle has come into its own now, and various herbaceous geraniums. This one, and this one. And then that's on either side of the purple bush are viburnums, which flowered in the spring, and I've got some lilies that are coming that will be out shortly in the front. This is called goat's beard, aruncus, and that's starting to flower now. And behind that is your meadow rue. It's actually almost wild plant, but I love the blue-green colour. And this is my bargain. I got it from Aldi for $7 about 9 years ago, and it's doing quite nicely. That's a cut-leafed maple, and then behind that, which I planted 2 years ago, is a star magnolia, so that flowers early. And that's about it. There's a clematis against the railing on the front porch, and in the front, just to give some colour through the summer, there's Dusty Miller and petunias, just to give some early colour. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.